What's up, guys? How's it going? Let me check the delay real quick. 1 second. Okay. Okay, it's not horrible right now. All right. Yeah, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Asia stream. So I did have a very nice trade today. Had a really nice trade during the AM session. So we had this. I think this was a daily. Yeah, 4 hour. No, so we had this 4 hour gap right here, 4 hour for belly gap. And price swept down into this area, sweeping London low, got that inversion right here. And then I got long. You can see that gap right there, got long off that, took profit up at this high. So pretty solid trade right there. That was the only trade for me for AM. For PM or for Asia here, this is going to be a little interesting. It's going to be a little interesting here. One second, guys. Let me send something in the Discord real quick. Give me 1 second here. All right. Okay. So all right. So yeah, here's the 1 hour right here. So 1 hour, we are inside this gap. We are inside this 1 hour gap right here. Bounced that 50%. Pretty even or pretty close to pretty much right in that area. So we drop down to the 15-minute. Yeah, you can kind of see bounce it a little bit, right? Just a few sideways candles. We do have a new hour in let's see, 12 minutes. So probably gonna wait for that to take anything. So this can be a few different things here. So this could be okay. We're taking out this level right here to go higher. It could be that and bouncing this 1 hour gap. That could be that could be possible. Or what else? Something else that I see is, maybe price wants to go back 50% of this. Maybe price wants to come back to here. So that's also pretty likely. Let's see. We also do have this. This is a 1 hour. Yeah. So we also do have this 1 hour gap right here. So we are kind of in a little interesting spot here. We're in a pretty interesting spot. Let me mark out this level right here. So 50% right there. Let me delete these levels. We never hit that 2 standard dev up there. I'm going to delete that. Actually, no, I'll leave that for now. But yeah, like I was saying, AM was really, really good in the Discord. Really good. Discord streams completely free as well. But right here, 4 hour Favelli gap, tapped into it, swept London low, got that 1 minute inversion, got that long right there for a little bit more than a 1R. So that's it's pretty solid. We also had some major S&T right there with ES, so that was nice. But yeah, right now we are just kind of accumulating in this area. Like I said, if we go to the 1 hour, we do have. I mean, like I could see both things happening. I could see us like do this and then go lower to that 50%, or I could see us kind of bounce this since we took out that. Go up there. I feel like both could happen. That is the 1 hour though. Let's delete this real quick. And then copy this over here. There we go. All right. So drop down to like a 5 minute right here. So, kind of just sandwiched between two gaps. We've got this 1 hour gap right above us, which we were holding. We've got this 1 hour gap below us, which we were holding. So we're kind of just between that. So we did take out this high right here. We did take out that high. We did have this inversion as well. So you guys know that's obviously bearish. So right there. So that is bearish. I'm not in this trade, but it would be something like that. You would have, because we did inverse this 4 hour gap. And took out that high, got the inversion. Do we have SMT? Let's see. Do we have any SMT here? Just some slight SMT between these two candles. Nothing crazy. Yeah, just some very minor SMT. I might get into this here. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. We got a minute 50 left. Let's check the 1 minute. Let's see what happens at this gap. Right now, I'm just in one micro, just super light here. Super light. On that retest. All right. Yeah, let me check. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. So, we went up here, kind of accumulated, we kind of manipulated both ways, honestly, this way, then that way. This right here, are we going to flip this right here? Are we going to flip that? And continue down, like kind of like the thought process here. Like the thing is, we are bouncing this 1 hour gap. We are bouncing this 1 hour gap. We're also holding this 1 hour right here. So we're kind of right in here. Nothing that I really want to put insane amounts of size on. I am short one micro right now. Nothing that I want to go, nuts on. But I'm just kind of, seeing if we can get that flip through to continue. Obviously, I'm not trying to catch the full 170 points, but I kind of do like this down here. We'll see. We will see. Let me get rid of this. We got 2 minutes, 30 seconds left for this 5-minute candle. That is also when the new hour opens up. So we did form a BPR on this as well. We do have the BPR, which is right in there too. So we do have that BPR going with us too. Looks like price came up, tapped it. Want to see if we can flip lower here. I will go to break even once we hit this right here. So, yep. So just currently just waiting for this to play out. If it wins, it wins. If it loses, it's just a loss. It doesn't matter. Does not matter. Got a minute left. Minute left on this candle. Is anyone else in short or in longs? You guys got a setup coming up or what? We got 30 seconds here till this new hour. 30 seconds till the new hour here. Oops. Oh. All right, so new hour is opened now. See what this thing wants to do. Still just kind of consolidating here the past 20 minutes, 15 minutes. I really want to see this flip through here. Since we do have that new hour candle, I'm really kind of hoping we don't get like another wick higher and then go. Kind of hoping we just flip down through here. We'll see what happens. Yeah, you can see that buyers tried in that candle, and they just got pushed down towards the last end of the hour. So we'll see if we can flip here. This is break even right here. So unless if something changes, but that's kind of what we're working with. Yeah, so I want to see us, get to this area right here. If I do start seeing like a hard bounce at this candle, then I will just go to break even there. See what happens. I want to see this candle kind of close below that. If not, I'll just go to break even now. Okay, so we did kind of reject that. Let's see. Let's give it a second. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just go to break. Yeah, I'll just go to break even now. All right. So stops are at break even. Stops are at break even now. Risk free trade. I did add another one, so I only have 2 micros in this. I'm not playing big at all. Not at all. Nothing that I really want to go big on. So, I'm gonna try to hit this low. Maybe this 1 minute gap right here is nice. We'll see. Stops are just up there, break even. So, yeah, maybe this 1 minute gap. I might try to hit that. Let's see. What about this? What about this right here? Okay, so we do have that gap too. So we would have to inverse that. I'll probably take one off here, then just let the other one go down here. That's probably my plan. So stops are at break even now, so just shrink that. If it goes, great. If it doesn't, on to the next. Looks like it's about to hit that break even. Yeah, out there for that break even. Okay. No big deal. No big deal. I'm up $1.02 from that trade. So that's why I do like going to break even. Because for example, like right here, got to this area, we saw it started to hold. I was like, okay, might as well go to break even. Completely fine. Completely fine. Although that would be funny if it just flips now and runs. Let's see. Okay, so we do have some SMT with ES. ES took out that high right there. NQ did not. Here's my entry model up here too. So like, I mean, this trade wasn't like, it wasn't great. It wasn't. The only reason why I just didn't love it is because, and now price decided to go, is because we're sandwiched between these two gaps. We this 1 hour gap right here, and then this 1 hour gap. So we are sandwiched between those. So, like, if this gap wasn't here, I'd be a little bit more inclined to kind of put some more size in this, maybe try to run it a little bit more. But just because of this, that kind of gives me, we could always just like flip. So go to the 5 real quick, see what's going on. All right, so yeah, I mean, we're just still holding that BPR, that inversion. Now we're sandwiched between these right here. We're this on the 5 minute. You know, so yeah, so this was our trade right here. We got to shorten that retest. And we wanted to target this, which you know it was like that. I'm out of it now, but we'll leave it there just so we can kind of watch it. Yeah, so that's pretty much the trade. Um, it was unfortunate that price did do this. Price came up here. So we got short right here on this retest. It moved to break even once we came down here. Price bounced, tapped our break even, and then went back down here. So, sometimes that's how it is. Sometimes that's how it is, but yeah, that's kind of the setup right there. So just got hit for break even there on that little pullback. It's fine though. It's fine. Check the 15 real quick. Oh yeah, it's a nice drop. That's a nice drop. Yeah, probably take out this low here. Let's see, did ES already take it out? No, not yet. Yeah, that's a nice little that's a nice setup. Come down here. I took out that high inversion right here, creating a BPR as well. Flip down. Did anyone get in shorts there? Did anyone hold it? Yeah, it was something like that. No trade, no trade. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, so guys, I do stream for free in the Discord, in my Discord for completely free at New York Open, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Link is in the description. It's completely free. All right, so we came down here. We bounced that 1 minute gap pretty nicely. Looks like we did inverse that. We are inversing this one right now. We do have another inversion. Do we have SMT? Do we have SMT here? Let's see. Let's see. No, we do not. No, we do not. At least not with what I'm looking at. We do have SMT right here between these two candles. So that's interesting. That move right there off that gap. Very interesting move there. Check the 15 again. Okay. Okay. Here's that 4 hour candle. Is this going to want to come down to 50%? Or are we going to kind of just flip this and just push higher? Let's check like a 5 minute. Okay. All right, so we are filling that gap in the 5 minutes, so there's not going to be a gap there. Okay. Just trying to look for some S&T. Yeah, I don't see like other. Yeah, I don't really see much S&T here. Yeah, so price went to that gap, then just flipped, just bounced. Look at that. Let me go out here. Let me draw the. Let me draw the AM and PM. So, okay. AM was already taken out. PM low was taken out. PM high was not taken out. So PM high. Really nice, strong bounce off that level right there. All right, so price is still just between these two 1 hour gaps. That's like price is still between these two gaps. Goes up there, flips down, hits that one, right? So what's going to happen when we hit this one again, right? You know, like we didn't really take out any significant low on that push down. So I mean, right now, like this, like to me, this is just accumulation. Like this is just accumulation right now. I know we took a short in there. Probably wasn't the greatest short. It was. I mean, it was all right, but this is just accumulation. You know, I would need to see price. You know, move to an area where we can take a trade. I just don't really want to do much in this area. But yeah, the trade this morning was really good. Yeah, a solid trade. Um, price came. Let's see, where was it? Right here. We had this 1 minute gap right here. Got long off that. We had SMT 4 hour gap, and then I ran price to pretty much as high. So my stop was like somewhere in there. So something like that. I usually stop out like if price closes back down here, I usually stop out. So wherever that is, that's kind of where I close it out. But most downside inefficiencies are balanced on 5 minute. We take the low and zoom back up. Yeah, I know. I know. I did notice that. But if you go to, or was it 15 minute? If you go to the 15, and like if you're just looking at the 15, like no balance, nothing, right? We have not hit it. So I'm like what I'm thinking is maybe we like take out this high and then flip. Like that's something I would actually look for is if we took out this high. We took out that high and then did that. Okay, we can get short in there. It's it's either that and like that's if we want that, that 50%. You know, we might just take out this low right here and then just flip. So if you think that we're going to take out the high, why not go long till the high? Because I don't have an entry model. Like why would I buy all the way up here? You know, there's really no reason for my setup. You know, here's my entry model right here. So I need a sweep or a high time frame for rally gap. I need a low time frame inversion and then SMT and market structure shift for bonus. You know, down here, you know, I wasn't that short over here, which unfortunately we got tagged for break even before the actual rundown of this gap. But I mean, if like if price swept this area, we had super nice SMT, something like that, strong inversion there. Yeah, I mean, like maybe I would have gotten long, but just the way this thing just turned, I don't like how that thing just turned because there's no real sweep. Yes, we are bouncing a 1 minute gap, but I like to see a high time frame FEG like at least like a 5 minute. We did inverse here, but then we do have another gap right above it, another gap right above it, another gap above it. So it's like, okay, like it could just reject any of those. So like that's just not really my entry model to get long right there. And like another thing too is I'm not saying like it will take out this high. I'm saying that if it does take out this high, then we can look to get short there if we get our confirmation. Like I'm not just gonna go short up here for no reason. We're gonna have like my entry model for that. So let's drop down to the 5 minutes. So yeah, okay, let's see. 5 minutes, 1 hour. Yeah, so I mean this, we would be inside that 1 hour gap. We would be taking out that high, would which I would like a lot. We might get some SMT. I'm going to go ahead and clean up all these gaps that we got. Go to the one on ES real quick. But if that is someone's entry model to get long up into that area, go for it. Go for it. Yeah, so I do stream in the Discord. There's no delay in the Discord either at New York Open. So drop back down to the 1 minute. So there's that ES one. There's that ES gap. It's a little bit smaller. Yeah, a little bit smaller. We do have some SMT. We do have some SMT with ES right here. Some bearish SMT. So there's ES. As you can see, NQ is lower. So let's see. I would like to see a market structure shift. Take any NY open trades? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It was actually a really nice trade. So right here, market open. Let's see. Market open was right here, this candle. So we had this 4-hour fair value gap. Price dipped down into it. We had some major SMT right here with ES. We had this 1 minute inversion right here. Got long right there. I'll just leave it here. Got long right there. And then to profit up at this high. So that was the trade, something like that. But yeah, let's go back over here. Okay, so one thing that I would like to see here that I might get long with is this right here, this gap. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to delete this gap just so we can get this chart cleaned up. It's over here anyway, so we can watch it there. There we go. So if we do kind of flip through here and inverse this, I might look to take a short. Do we have that? Do we have? There is no SMT anymore. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I will see. What's this wick right here? This wick is that news? If that's news, if this is a news wick, then we'll probably hit that. I don't really know what that was, but if this was news, which I mean, Price might want to go take this out. Honestly, I just now kind of recognize that. I don't know. We'll see. So Price is respecting bullish PD raise. And we did respect this one right here. We inversed the bearish PD raise. We respected this bullish PD raise. So just from that, we are bullish until we start seeing some inversions to the downside. So there's no reason to get short right now until we kind of start flipping through these bullish PD raise. Big size. You're looking for huge moves or big size and medium moves. Most of my trades, I try to hit reversals, if that's what you're asking. And I don't run them for crazy amounts of points. Like this one over here was 47 points. So I'm not running it the whole day, but I like to catch a few points. Yeah, so we took out that high. I do see that Price may want that wick. It might. Here's the wick on ES. Drop down to a 30-second. Yeah, price might want that wick. Price might want that wick there. We'll see. It's looking like it for sure right now. Unless we kind of start flipping through. If you guys haven't already, please hit that like button. I am pretty new to streaming Asia. I think I started like last week or something. So it'll help out the channel. Most of my streams are in the Discord at New York AM. But yeah, we're going for this wick. We're definitely going for this wick over here. We're definitely going for that wick. But ES already hit it. Yeah, ES took that thing out. Check the 4 hour real quick. This is a 4 hour fair value gap. So let's see what we could do here. Okay. Now keep in mind this is a pretty new. Actually, no, it's not. Never mind. So if this 1 hour candle inverses that 1 hour candle, I mean that would be, that would be pretty good for the bulls. That would be very good for the bulls if that were to inverse. I mean, you could just do something like that and go to bed. you know. 2 hour for value gap. Very nice. Very nice. Fair value gaps, like, I mean, like that's like a huge part of my trading. Like, I mean, it helps me with bias. You can look for the inversions. You can look for places to take profit. Like fair value gaps are huge. Inversions, inverse fair value gaps. Yeah, we'll probably Here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. So whenever you see these kind of just random wicks like this, most of the time it's from some type of news. But whenever you see these, Price loves to go back to them. Price loves to go back to it. So like, first we were kind of looking for this high right here to get taken out and then that confirmation below, but we never got that confirmation. Like, like a lot of people will just kind of like, okay, like get short here, or they'll see it kind of wicked, then they'll get short. Like, no, like you got to wait for some type of true confirmation to get in. So like if we did do something like this, take out that high and then have like a market structure shift plus an inversion right there. Okay, yeah, that thing probably would have went down. That would have been a nice short. But then once we saw it just break through this and just got zero type of bearish bearish action, no inversions, nothing like that. We're just holding bullish PD rays and inversing the bearish ones. I mean, that's like you got to be bullish. You have to be bullish until you get those inversions. And that's we saw that wick, price hit that wick. This is a little high for me to get in. Way up here, that's way too high. Then, like I said, down here is not really like we don't have a sweep. There's no high time frame gap. So if price did sweep here, okay, yeah, maybe I would have gotten in. If we got like a nice structure, market structure shift like that, maybe I would have taken that. But that's like that's completely fine. Like I'm completely fine with sitting on my hands, waiting for a good setup. Price can move a million points. But if I don't see my setup, I will not take it. Yeah, so this 1 hour, if this thing inverses, I mean, like, I honestly might just like I don't think I've ever taken a 1 hour inversion trade ever. but but if this thing were to do this, I might just throw it on like an eval and just like go to bed. All right, so price did take out that wick. We are kind of tapping into that little area right there. Let's see. Let's see what can we do. You guys have a plan? Oh, what are you guys thinking here? I got to delete a lot of stuff on ES. Got lots to delete. Actually, not that much. Yeah, what is that? That's the same level. Crazy. Yeah, so we are taking out. Oh, okay, okay. I see. I see. I see. I see. So ES is back into this 50-minute gap over here. Let's see. Yeah, ES is going. NQ is a little slow right now, but ES is tapping into that 15 gap. I just didn't really like this movement. Like we just did not make a little stab to the downside. Okay. Okay. Nice. Very nice. So, there are a few things that we could be doing here. I mean, it really depends on where this closes in the next 24 minutes. If we close all the way up here and we're inversing this, I mean, I would say we'll take out PM high, take out this high. But if this thing just hard rejects down here and we close below this 50%, we're probably going to this equal to this 50% down here, this equilibrium. We have a 5-minute gap right here. So if someone were to get long in this, you would look to get long in there. And your reason for long, or at least my reason for long, would be okay, we took out this low right here. We took out this low. Got everyone thinking we're going short. Inverse here. We tap back in here. Boom. that's kind of what I would that's kind of something that I would see here. That is the 5 minutes. So, if we do kind of pull back into that, maybe we can look for that. We also have the 15-minute gap here that we're going to have in 8 minutes, which is even bigger. So, for runs now, that'd be nice. Are you in longs? See what happens here. So yeah, so there's that thing right there. There's that bias where, or that idea where we take out this and then we move higher. There's that, or the other thing that I'm seeing is okay. We took out that wick right there, and then we can go lower there. So that's like those are my two kind of scenarios that could happen. So either one, we're taking out this high to move lower, or we took out this low to move higher. Because price always does that. Price, if you're like this, right, and price starts going like this, and tons of people start getting in right there, where are they going to put their stop? Right here. Let me draw that better. They're going to put their stop here. It's going to do this and then go. So then they get stopped out, right? This is the real move. So that's where you want to get in off those inversions. You want to get in on there, right? After that manipulation. So, instead of like let's say we are sweeping like buy side over here, right? Maybe you get like an inversion right here, looks really strong. I mean, that can 100% go for sure. But let's say price, like lots of times, this is what I see. Oops. Lots of times price does this. Does this, people start thinking it's going to go, which sometimes it does, don't get me wrong. But lots of times price goes and does that manipulation, stops those people out. There's the true inversion, the market structure shift right there. A lot more confirmation. Sometimes you even have SMT with ES between these highs, like something like that. Get in there, stop above that inversion or wherever that price closes. It really just depends. Then run it down. That's it. That's kind of something that's really helped me, is just waiting for that manipulation. Now sometimes it can be tricky. Like, okay, are we manipulating here, or is this the actual move? Sometimes it can be tricky, but so like let's say we do get an inversion in here. I mean, for first just target. I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, probably just target that high. That's already a 2R, depending on where you get in. $19 minutes for this inversion right here. We are pushing now. We are pushing. Yeah, I mean it. Yeah, ES is gonna flip this thing. ES did take out that high right there, and we are pushing into that one or that. Yeah, we're pushing into that gap right there. Okay. that could also be something too, is maybe we take out this high, maybe it takes out this high and then we flip through, because right now we do have some pretty hefty S&T with ES, because right here NQ is like this, right? And then ES is like this, already tapping into that gap. So that could be something too. I want to see where this hour closes. I really, because if we come up here before the hour closes and we get that super nice looking inversion, we could bet that, okay, let's try to get in on the wick here, and then we kind of push lower, maybe. Maybe price will suck back down last few minutes so we can catch that short. But if we do just close up here like this, okay, yeah, I mean, like, I would probably say we're going to these highs. So it's, price is a little bit conflicting right now. Just by looking at the 1 hour right now, I would say if this candle were to close right here, I would be bullish. I would be bullish right now if this were to close where it's at right here and do something like this. I'll do something like that. But because this is looking pretty bullish. I mean, this is looking very bullish. We got this right here, this 1 hour gap, got the inversion. Yeah. Just, are we going to close like that? Are we going to inverse on that close? We got 15 minutes left. Got 15 minutes left, so we'll see. I'm gonna remove this for now, so I have it over here. So here's the 1 hour. There's the 15. Yeah, this thing. I mean, this thing is pushing. This thing's pushing here. Well, what are you guys thinking? You guys thinking we're just gonna take out this high and flip? You guys thinking this was this sweep to move higher? Bullish or bearish? Let's see what you guys think. Bullish. That 5-minute OB. I think he looks pretty good. Yeah, right now I'm definitely leaning towards bullish. Definitely. What I'll probably do, maybe on like an eval, is I'll place like a limit like back down here, and then just do something like this. That's probably what I'll do. Wow. ES is already inversing this gap, this 50-minute. Let's drop down to the 15. Look at this thing. This is nuts. Yeah, I mean we got some major SMT, major SMT here. Bearish SMT. I don't know. I don't know if that matters. Honestly, price might just be ripping. I mean, price does not want to go lower. Price does not want to go lower at all. I mean, like, look at this. You know, like that's insane. That is insane. That's an insane run. Yep. So we got 10 minutes here. 10 minutes until this inversion is confirmed. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. Okay. So the news is in our favor as well. Well, like, I mean, like at this point, like I no chance I'm buying all the way there, for this. The point, like that's like even if we hit that high, that's a point seven R. Like I would place a limit. I would place a limit down here at 50% of this. I would place a limit right here, right where that gap is. Something like this. That's like that would actually be worth it. No chance I'm just gonna buy up there. Like now I could drop down to a smaller time frame, of course. Like I could go to the like 15 and then look for like a pullback inside like this, and then look for that long. But right now we are just holding that 15-minute. Now what would be absolutely insane is if we just flip in the past, like we just flip hard in the past 9 minutes or in the last 9 minutes, and we just go lower. That would be that would be very interesting. I mean, your target. I mean, at that point, your target would be like your. I mean, it would be insane. Of course, you would target lows throughout this, but so we do have 8 minutes. 8 minutes left to the new hour. You have 8 minutes here. We are holding below this 50% of the gap. We are holding below that. This thing could flip down through here too, and then go. So like on the new hour, create the wick and then push. Does anyone know the score of the Toronto game? Toronto Maple Leafs? 2-1. 2-1 end of second. Okay. Okay. 2-1 Toronto. Knights are tied 1-1. Stars haven't started yet. Isn't Edmonton playing? Yeah, they are at 9. All right. Five minutes left till the new hour. Five minutes. We got 20 seconds till the new 5 minutes. So that means this gap will be formed by going into the premium FVG. So we will have this 5 minute gap. So if you guys are looking to get long, that's the place. That's the place to get long. Okay. 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 Yeah. I assume you're talking about this gap right here. Yeah. So for all the bulls, this is that's kind of what you want to look for. For all the bears, this is what you want to look for right here. This so bears would want to see a like push higher and then like inversion. And you would run it back 50% back to here pretty much. I'd honestly say that this block just a little bit above. Because yeah, I mean this. Yeah. There is a little inversion right here. And I mean you can see Price is holding it. Price is holding this little gap. So this is Bullish S&T. I like that. Okay, so if this can hold, start pushing. I do like this how we push below this right here because then now if we do in like let's say we make this gap in 35 seconds. Let's say we do have this gap. If we can look for that inverse, then that could be our potential long. If you were in shorts off of this, you'd probably look to get in somewhere in the retest. I don't know if you'd be in. I don't know if it retested enough, but you'd probably look for something like that. And now, if you're trying to just go for the whole thing, yeah, 50% is down there. But this could be setting up for a long here. This could be setting up for a long. We do have this 1 minute gap. And we did take out that low. I assume ES took out the low as well. ES did not take out the low. Okay, interesting. So if we do inverse this, I might look to get long. We'll see. It would be something like that, I would say. Yeah, it'd be something like that to that high. And then, further than that, of course. We have a minute 29 until that new hour. We have a minute 29 until the new hour. We have this big 1 minute gap, that one you were talking about. So could look to target that 50% of that. Could also draw your standard eve of this. Your two, yeah. I mean, like your two kind of puts you. Where's your two put you? Put you up there. You know, your two puts you up there at these highs, pretty much. So yeah, I would just target this. Honestly, you can maybe leave like a one runner there. Got 25 seconds left on this candle. This is going to be a new hour, new hour, so will be a little bit weird. Will be a little weird. See if price does want to inverse it or not. No, it does not. Price does not. Okay. Okay. So there's that new hour. So we did get that really strong inversion way up here. Did get that really strong inversion. Drop back down to the one real quick. I got a lot of stuff drawn that I don't need drawn. Let me take all this off. There we go. Okay. I like that. So I like that right there. Okay. So this thing did have a little market structure shift right here, and it did have that inversion right there. So this would kind of be, you know, and there was your retest too. So I'm not in right now. I am not in. But so we're back to this 50%. Back to this 50% here. I kind of want to see if we can get in long here, if we can inverse. So yeah, it looks like we are holding this little gap. Let me check ES. Yeah, ES is not nearly as low. So ES is still trying to hold on. This thing honestly might like if we do get the inversion, great. But I mean, we might just kind of just do this. We'll see. We will see, you guys. We'll know in about 20 minutes. So inside this, we do have this 1 minute. We have this 1 minute gap. So it might just rip. It might just rip down. It might have faked everyone out going up, you know, and now just go back 50%. Or I mean, we might just go back 50% and then rip higher from that. So we might pull back here, hit that, and then go. No sign of bullish continuation yet. We do kind of inverse that. Okay, yeah, then there's some bullish action, but right now, just we're just inversing the bullish PD race. So until we start, inversing those bullish ones, or sorry, until we start inversing those bearish ones and holding those bullish ones, then there's no reason for us to get in. Because what do we do here? We inversed bullish, right? So that's bearish. We held this right here, which is bearish. We held this one right here, which is bearish. We inversed this one right here. We're actually holding this one right here. But until we start flipping through these to the upside, there's nothing for us for longs. So, yep, it's a waiting game. It's a waiting game. I was honestly debating on getting short right here off this, off that retest. I was thinking about it. I was like, nah. I was like, I'll wait. I'll wait. So we are in this 1 hour now over here, which is we're holding this 1 hour gap. It's the same as the 15 minute. So I'll stay on for about 5 more minutes here. So, looks like yeah, I mean, we honestly might just flip to 50% here. You know, we might just do this. Unless we kind of flip here pretty soon. We'll see. See what happens. So if you guys don't know, I do stream live in the Discord for completely free at New York Open, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. So link for that's in the description. It's completely free. There's no delay in Discord either. I think YouTube, I think now it's like a 6-second delay. But yeah, there's no delay in Discord. Need for speed. Yeah. No, this thing might just trickle its way down here. Might just hit that equilibrium, that 50%. Because this is a 15-minute gap and a 1 hour gap. You know, I I was debating on I was close. I was close to getting short here on this retest. Something like that. I was close. If we do kind of inverse this here, then yeah, I'll probably look to take a long. But I mean, it's very tricky right now. Price is very tricky. I don't know. Just because it's giving very conflicting stuff. I don't know if I want to get into a trade. You know, I would rather just wait for a clear setup. If we do kind of inverse this like really fast in these next 2 minutes, okay. But we'll see. I'm probably gonna do an eval an account giveaway pretty soon. Probably Apex. I'm either gonna do it here or in the Discord on the stream in the morning. Like not tomorrow morning, but soon. Maybe sometime next week. All right, so price is rejecting that 1 minute gap right there. So still no sign of bulls. Still no sign of bulls. They cannot flip these gap or these yeah, they cannot flip these gaps. Counted steps says ready. Awesome, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so join the Discord if you guys want to get that announcement, and if you want to join the free streams in the morning. Free links in the description. It says Discord. Yeah, no sign of bullish action here, and we're in a very conflicting spot. Very conflicting spot. Someone's spamming the Discord right now, but well, they're trying to, but the bots banning them. So all right, I think I'm gonna hop off here. Yeah, what's up? What's up? I saw you in there this morning in the AM stream. Yeah, I think I'll hop off here in like a minute. So just to recap for the people that joined, we did take a short. Where was it? We did take a short when price took out this high right here and formed this inversion. We did get short right there. At least I got short, and I was targeting this gap down here. Unfortunately, price went down here, and then hit my break even, and then went. So it's completely fine. No big deal. No big deal at all. Move on to the next trade, and then just to recap, AM session, we did catch a really nice long over here. Yeah, right here. Had a really nice long, had some SMT, 4-hour delivery from for Valley Gap, 1 minute inversion, 47 points right there. Yeah, right now price is just not doing much. So thank you for watching, guys. Please hit that like button, helps out the stream a lot. Also, I will be streaming tomorrow morning in the Discord for completely free. Again, links in the description. There will be no Asia stream tomorrow, obviously, because the market will be closed during Asia session. We do have NFP tomorrow. So thank you for watching, guys. I will see you tomorrow morning in the Discord. Adios.